Hello, testing number 23. Am I live? Am I not? Let me see. I think I'm live now. So I'm live now, I guess. Okay. Let's see if there's somebody there. Hello, testing. So I don't know if it's oh yeah, I'm live now. Okay, good. Nice, finally. What is 18 minutes late, so probably there's nobody here anymore. Right. Okay. There we go, because few people here. I'm live. I guess it's a bit late, so voice a little low. Okay, let me put the microphone up. It's first time I'm testing this way. 1 second. Hello, testing. This is better that way. Hello. Okay, let's put the microphone closer. Testing. Hello. Is it better now, the microphone? No? Yes? Hello? I think it's on the right. Testing. Settings. Yeah. It's a maximum percentage. 100%. It is better. Hello? I guess I have to put the microphone in front of me. Slightly better, but not better. So something is wrong with the microphone. Okay. Let's fix it. Properties. Microphone. I can use the headphone set, the voice. This one? This is better? Or this one is better? Last one, I guess, is look better. Hello, testing. It's the camera, so it will be difficult to make it closer. So let me see. CP webcam C20. So this one. Hello, testing. Microphone better. No, this doesn't make sense. So I need to put it here. Okay, let's put the microphone here. That's it. Hello. 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 All right. So okay, now it's better. Now all right. So I got the microphone in front of me. So like, all right. Let's see what we have now here. Is we go few people still. Okay, great. Thank you for waiting so long. Let's try to go through this. So, okay, don't know how many people are you there. So it would be nice to know first that. Because that makes the difference. But let's, what is important for me if you are a beginner trader, because this is about that, absolute beginners. So, so if you are absolute beginners, let's say, what does absolute beginners means? Is let's say that you have less than 6 months experience in trading, just place number 1 on the chat. And if you do have more than 6 months experience, place number 2, please. That way I know where am I referring to when I'm talking in this webinar. So Number 1, less than 6 months. Number 2, more than 6 months, please. No. Nobody's actually less than 6 months. More than 6 months means nobody trading. Okay. Why is that late on my talk? See, so it's delayed quite a lot of my trading. Okay, fine. 2. All right, so let's just start talking about what is actually trading. This is actually a bit a 1.5. All right, fair enough. So okay, let me figure out this how it works. All right, so let's start talking about trading. It seems to be that this is actually the wrong system to use for you guys to go live. So we'll change this on the next webinar. And that way we can actually work out better connection. Yeah. So, all right. So let's start working on what is actually trading. So, so to start with, what is this webinar is not going to be about show you some charts, show you some technical tools. It's going to be more about what is really trading and what will you expect it from it. And this is really, really important before you even start trading. Even if you already got 6 months experience or a year, the reasons behind you start trading, maybe they are not the right ones right now. Yeah. So to work out this correctly for you, you need to understand that is this trading is gambling or is something else? It's like people say, I got buy low and sell high, and that's it. It's as simple as that, and I make money from the difference from the low and the high. So many people say to me, but trading is gambling. It's just gambling. Just like all the people that don't understand trading are calling gambling. The reality of trading is that if you are not carefully, you're moving into the age of gambling. And why gambling is being mentioned normally there? Because the majority of traders, or yes, I would say many traders, those ones I would say 95%, 90% of traders that lose money, they're going into that direction, into the gambling mentality. What is the meaning of that? They're actually acting by their feelings. So in principle, I would say that trading is actually 90% gambling, 10% trading. So for those that actually are traders, that's the ones we're making money. So because we are not moving, and people say, you don't feel anything, Danny, anymore. No, that's not how it works. I feel more than you, or even better, I don't know, it's just crazy times and more. But one of the problems is that with the feelings is that we do not acting on it. We know that if we actually break our rules, if we actually acting in those feelings that we have been training for many years, then we actually not going anywhere. Then you're going into gambling. Means you have random distribution of probabilities. You're not going for fixed probabilities to be able to make your edge, to make you winner. So for that reason, you need to make sure that it's clear. Emotions without control is gambling. Emotions with control is trading. Okay, so this is very important to start clear for the first step. Yeah. Now it is actually investing, like people say, Warren Buffett, the best trader in history. Hold on a second. Warren Buffett is a investor, it's not a trader. So that is a big difference. Yeah. Am I an investor or am I a trader? What does investor means? The difference between investor and trading. Investor is those ones that are actually hold positions for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years and never sell it. Buy forever. Yeah, compounding. At one point, they actually got less equity on that, but they actually compounded for 10 years, 5 years. It's a very long process. It's not, you don't wait for these up and downs of the market. You just go for a specific amount of price of volume because you got something else to invest it, and you reallocate your investments into something else because they produce more percentage. But you do not actually get out of the market because it's too high, it's too low. It's because you found something better, yeah, or because it's actually your equity started to go down and you need to rebalance. That is investing. That's nothing to do with trading. Trading is going in and out, yeah. So you go a target, you go an exit. So am I actually an investor or am I a trader? So I'm a hybrid. So what is the meaning of that? I do investing and I do trading. So it means I go in investments for a long period of time, but I go an exit. I go a point of exit of my strategy. I'm not gonna hold positions forever and I get out of the market. So, and then do I recalibrate my portfolio? Yes. Do I actually do trading in Forex, commodities and all the stuff like that? Yes. But you can actually you need to make sure that that's clear, the definitions. Are you hold positions forever? 20 years time? Like people start investing in crypto. When crypto get to 1 million, I get the money in my pocket. When it past 20 years, when I retire, I take the money in my pocket. This is investing. When you don't mind how far it's going to get, it's when you need it, you take the money out. And be lucky that the money is actually more money than they put the money you put on. So that's the difference between investing and trading. Now, some people claim that investing and trading, you can actually make more than trading. And why is that true? It's kind of true because trading, if you're thinking about that, you do not need to go in and out and make more mistakes. You go less mistake because you're just going long. People normally, they trade in stocks, they're just going long. There is nothing else to be going in another direction. So it's less easy, or it's easier to make less mistakes because you're not going to make the mistake to go out in the wrong place because you're not going out. So you don't make mistakes. You buy, you hold, you buy, you hold. So this is actually the way of some investors working on it. So the top legendary traders like Warren Buffett, we call him trader, even if it's an investor, you know the difference. Is one of the best one in history because it's holding positions for adding more. He actually know when to catch up the money and recalibrate the portfolio, how to put more money in when it need to be add more. So this is actually investing and portfolio recalibration, but it's not trading. Okay, how many traders are there successful, like we can call it a legendary traders like a Warren Buffett? Not many. It's extremely difficult. It's not easy. So why we don't use the advantage of investing and trading at the same time? So that's why I'm a hybrid. So I use both. Yeah. So you can actually use the advantage of both. It's actually compounded slowly plus get out in a particular times of time. So this is actually the way I'm doing it. But this is not about how I'm doing it. It's about for you to understand the difference between both. Yeah. So that is clear. They need to be clear for you. What is gambling? What is trading? What is investing? And what is trading? Yeah. So traders is not an investor. Is not the same thing. Yeah. So be aware of that. So now let's move into what do you need to know about the market? Yeah. Remember we're talking about absolute basics. So I would say that summarize is actually three things: liquidity, volatility, and market participants. So what is this meaning of this? We're talking about a liquidity. What does liquidity means? It's like it's buy and sell. It's just movement in the market. Yeah. So it's like you got somebody that will buy from you because somebody want to sell it. If there is nobody to sell, nobody will buy. So there is that kind of liquidity, means there is a movement between buyers and sellers. If there is not buyers and sellers, the market doesn't move. Flat. Yeah. Nobody buy, nobody sell. The market will not move. Yeah. So that's liquidity. Now, volatility inside the liquidity is the speed, which is become. People say, that's when really opportunities coming up. No, that's when you really see the money moving faster. So it does mean you need to trade when the liquidity is there. Depends of your strategy, depends of your way of trading. But the key is to be able to control yourself on the sense that you know what is going on in the market. Somebody buys, somebody sells. If nobody buy, nobody sells. If there is too many people buy and sells, the market will go faster. That's what it's called. Then you need to be careful with the risk, because more volatility, more risk. So it's not the same thing. Yeah, be aware of that. Now, the next component important that you need to be aware of is market participants, and why we need to know about the market participants. Because they move the market. Banks, hedge funds, retail traders, few retail traders can move the market, very rare. But the majority of the biggest players, they are bank, hedge funds, and institutions. Actually, they provide big movements of the market, and those ones is the ones that move the market. We are not, we are tiny. Anna, tiny. I will not move the market. I have to have a lot of money, and not only that, even if you have a lot, you have to have much more than that, because the banks try to control and try to manipulate. I don't want to talk about this now, but it will be difficult to bypass the banks and hedge funds that they have full control of the market. Yeah. So why I explain this to you? Because we need to be aware how tiny you are, that you not going to change the direction of the market, that you are not responsible for the change of that the market is not against you, that the market is not in your favor. You're just a tiny person, trader, that try to make money when the market's going one direction or another, because somebody else has moved the market, not you. Okay, be aware of that. So it's essential that you understand that the biggest players, they are there moving the market, and we are going into the same direction or against that direction, depends of the strategy you follow. That way you will make money from that movement. So you just follow the river in the same direction. Don't try to go the opposite. Try to go where they're going. So obviously between banks and hedge funds, they're fighting with each other to try to make money from each other, but that's something else. Now let's move into something that people ask me always: an edge, a strategy, a trading strategy. Okay, this is actually important to people thinking that an edge is just buy and sell. So buy low, sell high. But I don't want to talk about a strategy. I don't want to talk about a indicators. I don't want to talk about that yet, because you really, many traders missing this part of first. And we realize, everyone realized later. So it's not something that you're aware of that now. You will realize later when you suffer the consequence of being looking for something that you cannot find it. So that's why I'm telling you this earlier, is to be able to be aware of your emotions. Remember about the gambling and the trading. Gambling is emotion trigger. Actually, you start to moving into random distribution of things that you come up in your feelings, how you feel, angry, fear, emotion, whatever is coming, it will be triggered different way. Now, can you control those emotions to always trigger the same way? Then you have a pattern, then you have an edge. So this is the key. The key is to be able to it's not about to control your emotions, it's to have always the same emotions. And if you're angry, and when you're trading is the best way for you to make money, then be angry always. If you're actually fearful and you're actually doing that way and you're doing well, but the key is to be one of the, for me, the best one is to be either happy or be confident. So those two, before you start trading, is the edge that will give you more probability to be successful in trading. I've been tested many people, and psychologically many aspects of that, and to be synchronized with your searching for an edge, a strategy, the first thing you need to do is to thinking in a happy moment. So what is the meaning of that? Is that you gonna look for a strategy, from somebody, anyone, not me, anyone. You need to go into that, no excitement, I'm looking for something, I need money, I want to make money. Forget about that for 1 second. I want you to find a particular moment of your life that you feel happy, that you feel proud of yourself. Why am I saying this to you? Okay, this will help you. This will trigger a different way of thinking. This thinking will make you to see things different. And then from that trigger, from that thinking, let's say I'm thinking about a holiday. I feel very happy at that moment. And then I start to look for a strategy. I start to talking to a mentor. From that moment of thinking, then you will see if that strategy is for you. I don't see that strategy works for me. I don't understand that. You see, you will be able to synchronize your personality at that moment, that feeling, that thinking about holidays, feeling happy. Then what will you do? You will take the right decisions. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for you to trigger the right decision before even you're looking for your strategy. Yes? It's obviously we're gonna go for more. We're gonna go into more videos about this. It's not going to be. I will go for more webinars, explain more details. But this is the first step. And stay with me there. Yeah, it's important. Because many traders, what they're doing is like, I'm excited, I want to make money, let's go find a strategy, looking for everywhere. Yes, I can see that, I know. Then you spend thousands and thousands of pounds and time and money and your health looking for nonsense strategies doesn't mean it's nothing to do with you. It's more what the people selling you, with people telling you, with people, but you don't see the right strategies because you are in the right mindset. You're looking for money, or you just feel anxious, or you feel stressed, or you feel whatever reasons is not the right triggers to helping you to find the right strategy that actually resonate with you, that work for you. Okay, so stay with me there, because this is really, really important. If you really want to win in the market, is to be always in the right mindset, thinking, feeling, and acting based on what you're thinking and feeling, and try to do always thinking and feeling the same way. Okay. So, I don't know if it's anybody got any questions so far. If anybody have any question, let me know. But if not, I go to the next part, which is actually, let's wait for, I know I got 10 seconds delayed. So let's have a look. Let's wait. No questions. No? Okay. So now we're gonna go for the typical comment miss about trading. So let's think about this for 1 second. Before you go into trading, you're looking for money. So traders make money easy. No. We find the way to make money easy, but our path is no easy way. It's very extremely difficult to go through. I can make you for finance strategy. Should it be only for finding strategies or for trading also? For both, yeah. Finding strategies or trading is both. You need to go always the right mindset. You need to actually, okay, let's go back to that. When you think about this mindset process of thinking unhappy or angry, I would expect it to be first happy and then proud of yourself, a moment of your life. Thinking the same way will make you to see different way. Yeah, so that way is for anything. I'm not talking about, when I say about a strategy, could be a strategy, could be selected a mentor, could be buy a new car, could be doing anything related to your life and make decisions. If you are in the right mindset, your decisions will be triggered different. If you're out of control, your decisions will be irrational, and so on. If you are fearful, will make wrong decisions as well. So all that is happening in life and in trading is not only. That's why people say, well, why are we doing meditation? Meditation is keeping us in control. Why are you doing exercise, meditation, have cold shower, all this stuff? Am I doing it? Yes, I'm doing it every day, but not Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday. And why? To have control on myself. Will I be always in control 100% all the time? No. Can I be more in control than normal? Yes. So this is the difference between traders and not successful traders, yeah? So this is actually the difference. So, and as if regarding that question is for, I hope the answer is for everything, for life and trading and anything else, yeah? Okay. So now let's go back to common myths and about trading. I want to trade because it's easy money. Sorry, but this is not easy money. It's easy money later. It can take you 5, 2, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. I saw people take that long. It can take you many years. So it is that difficult. Yes, the path is difficult. Would you make money easy when you found it? Yes, that is true. You will make money easy way. The only thing you're looking for is to find more money to make more money. That's how it works. It's as simple. Just need to, when you have your edge, you know what to do. You're just looking for, it might save money here. If I save money on this holiday, or I might save money on this, on that, or I can get this investor, I can do that. So you get more money as much as you possible can, because you make more money by percentage. Yeah. So this is important. So now another myth is you need a lot of money to start. No. You used to need more money? No, neither. So people thinking because now there is pro firms now, we don't need much money. And it's true, you have more chance than before. It is easier to build it up and compound it. But the mistake traders make, or beginners traders make, is focus in to make money. What is the meaning of that? I need £1,000 a month. I need £5,000 a month. No. You don't actually focus and make money. You focus into the process of making it. It's not about to be lucky. It's not about to make it money here or there. It's about to, whatever you do, when you do your trading or investing or mix or hybrid, that you know how you make money, even if it's £1. Yeah. Now the question is that if you know how to make £1 from £100, now you know how to make 2. It was lucky, or you did manage to make the money. So if it was lucky, that's not how you make money. But if you did make the money, that's how it works. So now when we're talking about you need a lot of money to start, the answer is no. Let me explain why. If you make 5%, 10% a year, and that is equal to, let's say that you have 1,000, let's say that you make £100. You make £100 a year, $100, €100. Would that pay you bills? In the majority of the countries, no. Some countries, maybe yes, but not many of the countries worldwide will not be able to pay you nothing. You spend 1 year. But the question for you is this: do you make the money in the right way? It was lucky, or was a good trading? So if you make 10% and you did well, can you do it one more time? Can you do another year and make another 10%, 5%, lose 5%, make 10%? So can you do that in consistent basis and see that you have control? The answer is yes or not. When you have bad moments of your house, when you have bad moments in your life, when you have bad moments in your daily activities, will you blow up that percentage because your emotion trigger and destroy your strategy? Yes or no? So if it's no, and you make 10%, 10%, 10%, so after 3 years, 2 years of emotion, especially it's not about the amount of years, it's about that you have emotions in your life, problems in your life that will be sabotage your strategy. And if it did not, you're ready. You're ready to moving into the next stage, which is actually looking for money. Friends, family, banks, institutions, hedge funds, you go with your track records and you're looking for money. You can start working, building up in a pro firms. It's the easy way now. But will that make it enough to grow up very fast? Well, they make you enough to actually to live well. But will you be able to be bigger? Then you go to a hedge fund, or you go to a bank, or you go to anybody that have more money, more capital for you to make you just make a percentage for them, because you prove that you can control yourself in those emotion times. So do you need a lot of money? No. You need to have consistent basis of the process, that you know what you're doing all the time. And when a year pass, 2 years pass, you know that you have make that money, not by luck, by follow the process. Yes? This is very important, okay? I hope you are one of those, because I would like to know about you, please. Now, another myth: all you need is the right indicators. What? Indicators? I do use indicators. I like indicators, but do you actually think the indicator was created first, or the strategy was created first? So, what is the meaning of that? Remember, we say you're looking into the charts and you observe the charts in the happy moment and you see something. So what do you need to do on? So what you need to do first is to be able to control yourself and see what you see. No indicators, nothing. We call it naked charts. It means only the candles or the lines, whatever you want, nothing, no indicators, MACD, RSI, all these SMA, all of them out. No indicators. Observe the market. See how it look like, how it moving up, down, whatever this happen. You can go in the small time frame to see more volatility. You can go to time frames. It doesn't matter. I want you to observe the market. when you find your edge, when you find your edge in the right mindset, then you can actually thinking about, what about if I add this indicator? What about if I create my own indicators? Do we have any indicators that actually match my, or is actually working with my process, my discipline, so this is not about to set indicator to looking for an edge. It's about first you see what you're actually looking into the market, and then you can actually look for indicators that actually corresponded to your strategy in your favor, if they're actually in your favor. If not, maybe you need to create them, yeah, which is actually something possible too. So, and you believe it or not, I create new indicators after 25 years, yeah. Actually, the last one was 23 years ago. So, 3 years ago. So I was already trading for 23 years. So yes, I create new indicators, yeah, because I see something new. More you look in the market, more deep into, you're looking for something new, yeah. So that is important that you're aware of this miss, yeah. Now, let me see if you got any questions, guys. Consistency when you have control into yourself. Yes, well, it's that simple, and it's not that simple. Consistency is actually coming from being control of yourself. Yes, but how do you control yourself? Yeah, and that is the key. Yes, it's consistency coming when you control yourself, but how you have that control. So it's not that. Okay, let me give you that. As you mentioned that, let me give you a tip that will help you as you ask that question. Yeah. Before you're trading and you're thinking about those happy moments, yeah, start to do this follow. We will do. Look, I will let you know on the homework that we do on the end of this video. I'm gonna finish with building your foundations. So yeah, okay. I'll come back to you on that on the homework. Yeah, I'll answer that question from Sistesa. Yeah, that's asked that question. Okay. Now, this is for you to actually to get foundations with it. Yeah. Condition when you start actually trade. You will have control emotions when you start actually trade it. Yes, there is ways of control your emotions. Yeah. And not. The problem is not control your emotions. The problem is to control what you're doing with your emotions. It's the acting is the problem. The emotions will always be in trigger. It's like I'm angry. I'll break the keyboard. The keyboard breaking is the problem. I'm angry. I want to break the keyboard. I do nothing. That is the advantage. That's the difference. But to be able to have that control is about practice. It's about all the processes working on it step by step. Yeah. So we're gonna go into that in a minute. So let's go from a very simple step-by-step process where you're supposed to know that not all of them you need it, but it's good to be aware of that. Is you talking to other traders, what you're talking about doesn't mean that will make you profitable. Like for example, with the pips, yeah, lots, leverage, risk and reward. Okay, all these things you may actually need to know, but it's like I said, well, I don't know what is risk and reward, but I know what is my risking. Okay. Is different, but you need to, all those concepts is good to know. Learn the language of what means that. Doesn't mean you need to use them for you, okay? Now, understand the risk. This is very important. How you understand the risk. It's like what is rememberable, we say that you must to think and then your feelings. One of the key elements that create a lot of problems is that the risk. When you're risking, you feeling much more is pop up stronger. Am I risking too much money? Am I risking too little money? I don't feel anything. I feel something. So there's actually trigger depends of the money. Yeah. So this is important. Be aware of that. Is important. Understand the risk is important. So find books about reading about this. There's many books about that. Anyway, we're gonna cover this in all the webinars for beginners. Yeah. Which is actually many good traders or top traders, they don't understand this neither, but I found this is in the long run because I have to dissect their knowledge, and I found that they didn't understand this. We'll come back to this in a minute. Now, thinking that, for example, what other things you need to understand? I think we're gonna leave it for now here. So yeah, I thought to actually to give you more details of things that you need to be aware of that. But the most important thing is that thinking about the trading is not a lottery ticket. It's no gambling. It's what you just say, consistency, discipline, that is buy and sell. You buy and sell, but not Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday. You must apply this in your daily life. You must have control in your daily life when you're going to do other activities. You cannot be out of control, breaking keyboards or breaking parts of your house, and then when you're trading, I can do this, no problem, I'm in control. No. You need to start from the foundation of every time you go into bed and when you wake up. You start to be control yourself Monday to Sunday. We are not robots. We just focus into our thinking, our feelings, and to be able not to break the keyboard if we don't want to. We are able to break the keyboard if we want to. Yeah? So that's the advantage of being a successful trader, to be able to control your emotions and being aware of them before it's triggered. So, let's go for the homework, and then you will understand about this question you asked me, yeah? So, and then we can go for more question Q&A, yeah? So, I want you to, or anybody that listens to me now, the best way to do it is looking into the charts. As we say, naked, means naked is only no indicators. No, they have volumes, no volumes, nothing. Price actions, nothing else. I use candles, that's it. Nothing else, not anything that you come up, something that you don't need to understand anything. You don't need to understand any indicators, because that will give you a different overview of what you're looking into. You need to first to look at the market. Now, open the charts, yeah? Do not trade. And then make notes. And I don't want you to trade. Remember what we say about this homework, to start to thinking something. Want to thinking I was happy, blah, blah, blah. My emotion is, or I'm thinking I was in that place, holiday, very happy. Now I'm thinking I am on this unhappy moment, yeah? And then what I'm going to do, I take action. I'm going to watch the market, yeah? Try to do this. Look at the market. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. Remove all the distractions from the computer, phone, telephones, anything. Nothing. Only the charts. We're going to read a book. And we're going to read one page. And we're going to read one indicator. I recommend it maybe to use euro-dollar. Yeah? Which is the most easy to trade from beginners. But for beginners or for not beginners. But let's use euro-dollar. Make it in 5 minutes chart. Make it in something that you can see the movement. Because if you put it in daily or weekly, you're not going to see anything. So let's make it into 1 minute chart. Yeah. Observe the market and just make notes. That's it. Make notes of what you see. Just watch the price action movements and see what you see. Say, what am I going to see? Just look at it from the right mindset and make note of what you think. Yes, what you're thinking, and you say, I will take a trade there. Make a note. How you feel? I feel excited. What will you do? I will close my trade there. So make a note. Yes, that's it. So thinking, what do you thinking? I'm thinking about and excited, or thinking about I have no clue, why am I looking into it? I have doubts. I don't know what is this. I don't know what am I doing here. What is that? I'm confused. What am I need to look into? Just look at the charts and see the up and down. You don't need to understand nothing about the candles. We can go into that in another moment. Just look at the candles and see how they move. Observation. We're going to observe the market and our brains. So the first thing you need to do when you say about control is to make these 3 notes. Imagine that you start trading. So I want you to thinking first. You do your routine. I want you to writing down your thinking, your feeling, and what will you do before trading. Now look at the charts and thinking about, I will take trade here, I will take trade there. Well, we're not taking a trade. I don't know what to do. Whatever you're thinking, say that, write it down, What will you feeling? I feel confused. I feel okay. I will feel excited. Whenever I feel that, I will do this. Writing down. Now, if the trade trigger and I go to your direction and do whatever, blah, blah, if the trade is actually trigger and you see there, I don't want you to take a trade. I just want you to observe the market and say, I went to my level and exit my trade. Or I went to my stop loss and I lost the trade. What do you think? What do you feel? And what will you do? Make a note. And this is the first and the most important foundation you will do the rest of your life. Because if you got this right, you got the most important part that many traders, they don't have that teaching to my one-to-one students, because they are not aware of these very simple basics to thinking, to feeling, and to doing it. So guys, I hope you like this video, and I will see you on the next one. So let me see what questions we have now. Consistent emergence from hate, control over yourself. How do you know as a new trader wherever you will have control over emotions when you start to actually trading? How do you know? You will not know. So the answer of your question is, how will you know that you have control of your emotions? You're not gonna know that yet. You're going to be out of control to understand how to be in control. You have to learn to walk before you actually have a problem. So it means it's like you will walk and you have a problem. You don't know how to walk, one step at a time. You don't know how to run. You don't know how to, so you have to suffer what is called mistakes, and then you will learn. But from that, I'm trying to preparing you guys to make less mistakes possible, to dissect it the way you think as a trader, to be able to move forward easier. Because they can, if you enter the market with the wrong steps, it can take you 10 years. If you enter with the right mindset, it can take you 6 months to start to be profitable. And I'm not joking. That's how it works. I wish I know all this stuff when I started. It took me 4 years not to lose money. Wait a minute. Then it took me 2 years to 3 years from being flat to start to see some money. And then from those 3 years, I started to see big profits, and I didn't even know how to control them. So how to control my profits? I didn't know how to do that. It took me another 2 years. So it takes a long time from being loose to be flat, to make money, and to have control on the 3 phases. Because I was not having anybody to coaching me, to teach me, to tell me what to do, to helping you guys to move forward. So do this homework for me, please. That will help you a lot. Now, for those ones that are looking to know more about me, yeah, and they feel uncomfortable to ask questions in the chats, on the groups, where we come late, about 15 minutes, and actually people was not able to be here with us. Sorry for that. It was just first time. You can ask me any questions you want. You just go to Discord. It's the only place I answer questions. So you can ask me any questions, because maybe you feel uncomfortable. You feel that I don't want to say this. I don't want to ask this. I got problems with this. I don't want. Whatever you feel uncomfortable to ask, you can ask to me privately. Yeah. So anything. Yeah. So that is how it works for now. So guys, I hope this webinars help many of you and save a lot of time. So I will see you more webinars like this. So I will continue doing every Tuesday. In total is, I think, we're planning about 81 webinars. So it's a lot to talk about it. This is only, and we will repeat some of the stuff, and we'll go in deep of some of the stuff in more details. But every Tuesday I will see you here, guys. Yeah, we're going from absolute beginners all the way to see how far we can get. On Sundays, I'm looking forward to see if I can create a more for advanced questions. So if you want to actually to follow up on Sunday, 6 p.m. I'll have to confirm that 6 to 7 p.m. it will be 1 hour, and it will be more about for you guys for those ones they're actually looking for, you're already trading and you have problems with it. So then I can actually dissect it. And I'm talking about other topics, but then I can dissect it your issues and problems in there. But obviously, I will do a webinar about a topic, more advanced, and then we can ask some questions. If the same thing, if you feel uncomfortable to ask me any questions on the chat, you can ask the questions later to me on DM me, in Discord. It's the only place I answer questions. Yeah. Let me see. When do we do the homework, and should we ask the results? So okay, for the homework is simple. It's just do the homework. You can send it to me directly, yeah, privately, or if you want, we can discuss on the network. I guess it's better to do it privately and send it to me. I can actually look into it and I give you some feedback from it. Yeah, so it's the best way, because we're gonna go into a different topic on the next webinar, so it's no point. But you just do the homework, you see how it was, any questions, any issues you have, and that for me is good to know which problems you face on your homework, and then I can actually advise or give you some recommendations of what to do next or how to move forward. All right, so I hope this is clear for all of you guys. So and I will see you on the next webinar. Let me give you 1 more minute for any questions before I leave. I think it's enough. I need to find a way to work this work better. Nice. Okay. All right. So this is now end from the webinar. So guys, I will see you on the next webinar next Tuesday, same time. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good day. Bye now.